Hello my fellow Isekaier, I am Sloth, the Dark Elf, and we will be breaking down each and every episode of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Today we'll be breaking down episode number 1. Each review will include spoilers at the end of the video that are related to the episode, like I do in my manga reviews. These spoilers come from the light novel, web novels that are not explained usually in the anime and the manga. Now let's get started with That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, episode number 1. First off, I want to say this about this anime. The animation in here looks amazing. And it matches up with the manga too, because the illustrator in the manga does an amazing job as well. That just shows you how much everybody cares about this series. I'm not an investigator, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this stabber dude in another anime or manga. I just hope that he does not get caught by the police because he does an amazing job reincarnating my favorite characters. However, I think Truck-kun got more people than he got. Alright, him turning into a slime. Now the beginning part of this stayed true to the light novel. It was a good idea with him changing his voice as he turned into a slime. That part was not in the light novel, but I think it's a really amazing job doing that. And it was a very good idea. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the Great Sage. It took the Great Sage about 3 months or 90 days to integrate himself into Rimaru's soul. So keep in mind, Rimaru was running around in the dark for 3 months, unable to see anything or talk to anybody. I do not think most of us can mentally do that. Alright, meeting Valdor. I love Valdor as a character. For those of you who watches my manga reviews, you know why. I mean, he's an extremely smart and also an extremely childish character. Alright, now Valdor teaches him magic sense. Now magic sense is something similar to the Byakugan from Naruto. He can see 360 degrees around him. He can't necessarily see through things, but he can see around them, which is just as good. Now unfortunately, this episode don't give you a lot of meat and potatoes. I mean, it is the first episode, more of an introduction episode. You're meeting pretty much the main character. But overall, to see this light novel, manga, created and animated like this looks amazing. And the fact that they put a lot of money. Alright, we're about to enter the spoiler zone. So if you don't want to be spoiled, please stop the video here. Thank you. So I've been debating on what to put in today's spoilers. I have two options. The Valdor and his infinite prison situation, or what happens at the very end of this series, based on the web novel version, not the light novel, because the light novel is not finished yet. So I'm not going to do the Valdor and the infinite prison because I have a different place where I want to do that at, because it ties in directly later on to the storyline in this anime. Alright people, so this is what happens at the very end of the web novel, not the light novel. So keep in mind, the light novel is still very different from the web novel. I mean, after the first arc, Fuse turned this into a completely different story. So this may not necessarily happen at the end of the light novel and the anime and the manga. Well, the web novel, because it is so different, I don't think this is going to ruin anything for you guys, but you know, it's a big old smack in the face on what happens at the very end. Okay, I'm talking about the last episode, the last thing that happens in this series. Okay, it's a big slap in the face because the name literally tells you what's going to happen at the very end of this series. You know, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, meaning that it happened before. That time I did something. Yes, you guessed it. He returns back to his original world. So what happened in the web novel is that his body is in a coma. And this fool created a magic to return back into his original body. What an idiot, right? Alright people, that's all I got for you today. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it if you subscribe to this channel. It keeps me informed on what you guys like. Anyways, deuces.